Hello and welcome to our micro podcast. And as always, we have a wonderful guest today, someone who has so much to share on her education journey. Thank you so much, Ruchi ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for calling me.
This is
I feel
wonderful.
obliged that being a part of micro podcast and that to homeschooling, keeping that in mind, and NIOS, the way we learned way back when I was in grade 8, now that's an application mode. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction. Yes, India is moving.
Absolutely. We are moving, and hopefully, with your insights, we'll move further. So, I'll quickly introduce you. Ruchi ma'am is a curriculum and a developer with NEP, a ECE and a phonics expert, and a teacher's trainer. Wow. Ma'am, just give me a little brief journey into your education part. How did you end up becoming a teacher?
I am a teacher by choice, not by chance. So
Nice.
this is the
Okay.
profession which I opted willfully because my parents were after you have done commerce. Now they want me to pursue company secretary. I cleared my foundation. I cleared my executive levels to prove
Wow.
them that look, I'm talented. But
Yes.
if I do the final level, then you will caught me doing CSEs that I don't want. I want
Okay.
the young kids. I don't know why, but that's the inclination of me towards having a natural flair to educate, to have that change, which we have faced. The children shouldn't face
Wow.
the choices that we are imposed on me.
Right.
That not to be imposed, but to channelize that energy to know where it would end. I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
um I'll tell you an example wherein I was working as a kidsy teacher in
Uh-huh.
Vadodara itself, Little Angel Schools. And there I met with an experience where a girl named Mishika. She was
Okay.
from junior KG, and the parents got just transferred to Vadodara. But she never used to speak
Okay.
audio, though she was just present in the classroom, but no class participation. She was a completely normal human, but her parents kept on forcing me. Parents kept on telling me that
Okay.
ma'am, she's not speaking, she is not speaking like others. And in anger and rage, I don't know how you will
Yes.
understand this thing. Will end up in postcard, let it be in editing or whatsoever, but I'm in a flow, so let me complete it.
Please go ahead.
So
No,
the
no,
parents,
absolutely.
yeah, the parents were like that, ma'am. She's not speaking at all. She's not opening up. I don't. She's such a small kid, but the parents is not at all convinced. The moment I left senior KG, and that was the personal journey. Got married and shifted here to Thane. So that child was looking for a Ruchi teacher.
And that's the
How did I made it possible? Because in every activity, I make sure that she is participating. Let it be passive participation. But
nice.
I know the child is hearing and listening, viewing, so that gets recorded in the unconscious mind.
So true. Which, sometimes life may there are certain moments that change us. I think this is your moment that one child changed the way you thought. And I'm so glad it is a CA Association's loss, but a teachers association's gain that you became a teacher. Okay.
Yeah,
My
that's true.
my my other question is you meet a lot of students, you are a teacher trainer yourself. What are the two skills, Ruchi ma'am, that are so important we don't have it today? Again, if you had to pick up two skills, what would those be, ma'am?
Communication skill, teach children to communicate, to talk about their
Beautiful,
feeling.
absolutely.
Sad is sad. Sad is not unhappy. Unhappy is not anxiety. Anxiety is not weirdness. Know
Wow.
your feelings, acknowledge your feelings. It is those small icons which currently now is the Gen Z
Correct,
kind of a
correct.
thing, which we used to create and doodle in our days. The
Yes,
class is
yes.
boring, so we used to draw these funny pictures. In nameplate, with that nameplate sticker, we used to,
True, true. Yes,
write
yes.
stick that and then doodle it. N is having two eyes, they're having legs. Now look, that is into the picture. So it's our time. And I feel
Wow.
glad that,
You
wow, I'm a
take me
part of
back to
it.
my classroom. I love the way, you add to it. Tell me something. If you were to enter a school today, what
Mhm.
is that one subject you'll remove and one subject you'll add? What would those be?
Yeah, because each school is, customizing as per their children need and environment.
The
So that
learners, yes,
curriculum
yes.
differs. In open schooling, it differs. It differs in
Mhm.
IB schooling, differs in CBSE, it differs in
Right.
ICSE, it differs in IGCSE. So to name a one would be very challenging for me, which is like
Okay.
that
But let's
depends.
say
So
you
how
want to
would I
add, so now
just
I'll ask you
narrow?
to add two subjects now. What two subjects must be taught to kids?
History. You should
Is
know where you are living.
okay, wonderful. What else, man? From emotional, I think you spoke a lot about emotions also. Should we teach emotional intelligence to kids? isn't it? That's
Yes,
something that's so
that
relevant.
and at the same time they must also be taught as a spiritual in there are multiple intelligences,
Yes,
so
yes.
emotional quotient is a part of it, and then last, the latest one, the ninth, the multiple intelligence is the spiritual one. After
Wow.
naturalistic you go to
Ma'am,
spiritualistic
we both are
intelligence.
big fans of multiple intelligence theory. I mean, what you just said, I wrote an email to Dr. Gardner, who's the founder of MI
Yeah.
theory, and I told them
uh,
we come from a land of spirituality, India,
mhm,
and we
mhm.
must have, that time I named it existential intelligence. Why we are here? What's the
Yes.
purpose? And you just said something so beautiful. I think spiritual intelligence is absolutely wonderful. Ruchi ma'am, how are you as a person? What's your routine like? What's your day? What's a day in a teacher like your
Oh,
like?
wow. So starting from up in the morning, I get up and do my daily rituals. That is puja. That's my favorite part. I know puja is just to keep your heart pure. Puja means
Uh-huh.
being me, being Hindu, so
Yes,
I do.
yes,
Everyone has got its own religious belief and
absolutely.
faith. So to me, it's like when I do puja, I'm 100% there. So after doing puja and rituals, I meditate. Then I do Sudarshan Kriya. Then I do Sahaj Samadhi meditation. And then I set myself for the day. So I approach different schools and ask for approach for the curriculum designing, approach for the teacher training, approach for the policies and activities as per the NEP, and then let them, refresh the knowledge again and
Okay.
again and again and again. Coming back to home, we here are a couple, me and my husband. So not to ask the age of a woman, we already know that.
We'll keep
So,
fingers. Yeah, quite,
yeah,
yes.
that's how my day ends. And then before sleeping, a small prayer for the unconscious mind to get conscious
Wow,
and be aware what is
of
in and around.
there's so much of awareness in your daily routine. I mean, you are a person with so much of gratitude that you give. I'm sure your teachers training programs are also like that. People are connected to it. What's your favorite modules? What are the favorite topics you take in the teachers training?
Communication. I always focus on communication. Skills you will develop only when you communicate. When you will speak, you will come to know. Let it be silly question, but open up. Question that. Let that
Okay.
silliness open up.
Right.
Whatever it is, just because it is necessary. You are born with that talent. You are born with speaking. When a child is babbling, he's not babbling. This is his language. In love,
Someone
as a
wanting
couple,
to
we say, what
speak.
is your love
Yes.
language?
Wonderful.
So here we say nay, nay is the hungry. When the child feels nay, the crying has got nay, nay pattern. Yeah. When
Yes.
the child is duh is there when he wants something. He's uncomfortable there. Physically, he's uncomfortable.
Okay.
And the rhyme of that, children have a pattern of crying. So that is different, that nay and duh, and one of the examples. Then
Mhm.
they have a pattern like na 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 na. In that
Right.
pattern, if you teach them rhyme, you teach them
I
poem, you
think
teach
I
them
think a good
phonetics.
teacher can decode even a child's vocal, and I can see that with you. Last question, we always say with the end with a fun question. Ruchi ma'am, what kind of a person are you? More of a reader person or a movie person?
Yeah, I'm more of an explorer person. What is seen, I'll prove you that.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah.
Tell me something about the exploration part.
Yeah. There was something called, we went to Saputara, and my husband
Uh-huh.
was like, "No, I don't want to do that skydiving kind of a thing." And I said, "I will do it." You said, "No, I'll do yes, and I'll show prove it wrong to you." So
Wow.
because I'm bulky, so he says, "Ki yeah, you will go and you will get down because of the gravity." I said, "Let's see who falls and who is in the grip of the air." So I
Wow.
explored like, and I was singing like anything, la la la. I was enjoying that moment, and my husband, within a one round, came back. He was
This is
like,
not
"Nahi
just
bhai, bas
courage,
I'm
it
done
is
with it."
accepting challenges. And it's so much that you are teaching. I think of today's brave teacher is someone who must be able to fear. For you, a bungee jumping is like a metaphor for taking up technology. Today teachers are afraid of using technology. And a teacher must be courageous, brave, and so authentic as you are saying. I love the way you shared, Ruchi ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. I love to, have
To
a
add,
teacher's training
add a
together.
one,
Please,
to
ma'am, please
add
go
one
ahead.
point, that 21st century skills on which, people are like
Yes, yes,
digging
you
it.
please go ahead.
21st century. It's not repetition. It's not repetition. You speak one, you speak thrice, you take three interviews, you conduct those. But where is in reality? We are conducting not because of the sake of कि हमारा channel चलता रहे. We are
Yes.
creating this so that the child तक पहुंचे, that reach should be there. So that
Wow.
approaching depends on the volunteer teacher. I'm a volunteer teacher. I'm a
Yes,
teacher boy's choice. So
yes,
I
yes.
say from my opinion, it's like from my opinion, it is like one has to reach shake, it is like sheer what is that called as raise your hand first for happiness.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
kind of, yeah.
I think
If
this is
you
what
not,
NEP
then
has
me. If
come up,
not
no?
me, then someone else. But someone has to take this. The
Yes.
war which is ongoing, my God, the revenge which is so dustful, it is creating such a havoc and they are not ready to surrender. Why? What will happen if you do? But this is not something which is very, kind of mazak chal raha hai. You cannot, but there are certain issues which US need to address where even Iran is good at. You cannot just ignore ki on humanitarian grounds you will
Then
say
we
no,
must
this is
teach
not right.
kindness,
You,
love. We must make them aware of where they stand. I love the way NEP's brain, and you also a part of NEP in terms of curriculum framework. There's so much to teach a child, and somehow good teachers are all that we are missing out. And I see gems like you creating those teachers. Ruchi ma'am, thank you so much for your time. It was an honor talking to you, and hopefully we'll do a teachers training together.
yeah,
Thank
that
you, ma'am.
works.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Thank you.